Wow, what is up guys? Man, I haven't made a video in a really long time. My life has just been incredible. Wow. I just recently got married, came back from a honeymoon. That's blah blah blah, that's kind of boring. So I've been like looking all over my house for like a place to do a video, because this is my first ever video in my new house for this new NHL season, and the lighting is terrible. There's absolutely nowhere to do it. So I'm here in my bathroom. Toilet is right there, the sink is right there. Yeah, this is not good. We'll figure something out. Anyways guys, it's good to be back. Today I just kind of wanted to go through basically all the teams, just kind of what I'm thinking on certain teams, how I think they're gonna do, or you know, just anything I gotta say on them really. I'm gonna try and be as fast as possible because I know that you guys probably want to get back to doing whatever you were doing before you clicked on this video. I'm just gonna run down. We're gonna start out with the Eastern Conference teams. We got Tampa Bay Lightning. They're kicking the most ass out of everybody right now. They are 14-2 with 2 overtime losses. I didn't think that they were gonna be so good this year, but apparently a lot of other sports analysts had said that they were gonna do well. Excuse me. Steven Stamkos was injured last year. I didn't think he was going to come back and rip it up as good as he is, or as well as he's been doing, but he is. He is tearing up a storm right now. So Tampa Bay is really the team to beat. Toronto Maple Leafs, they're right below them. They're 12-7 right now, and they've been doing quite well. I think lately they haven't been as good as they were when they first started, but Mike Babcock, he's a solid coach, and I think he's going to get them rolling in the right direction this year. Below them, we got the Ottawa Senators. They actually picked up a huge piece, I think, of their puzzle in Matt Duchene from Colorado. I think that, like, personally, I think that automatically makes them a contender. I mean, look at last year. They were one goal away from eliminating the repeating Stanley Cup champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't think anybody really saw that coming. They had to give up Kyle Turris, I think it was, and he's been good for Ottawa, but no, I think it's a great pickup for them, and I think that automatically makes them a contender. So I'm kind of excited to see what they do. Who else we got? Detroit Red Wings, they've been meh. Montreal Canadiens, they're 8-9. They're finally getting their wheels turning. They had a really bad start. They're starting to get going now, which is kind of cool to see. Boston Bruins are kind of meh, Buffalo meh, Florida's kind of meh right now. No real surprise there. Florida Panthers actually have quite a few good goal scorers. I don't know why they're not clicking right now. So that was the East Atlantic. East Metropolitan now is the Devils are rocking it out, 11-4. They're doing really well this year. Personally, I think you get to a point when you're tired of losing, and just in the summertime, you guys, like, the team gets together and says, guys, come on, let's kick some asses here. Let's put in the effort and let's start getting some wins. And that's exactly what the Devils are doing. They have a great goaltender in Corey Schneider, and yeah, they're finding ways to win. So good for them. Good for the Devils. Below them, you got the Columbus Blue Jackets, which are 10-7. So they're doing not too bad. You know, like I said, last year they quite a young team, and I can see them doing well the next the next few years. Below them, you got the Capitals, which are also 10-7, followed by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh's been kind of meh lately. When you win 2 Stanley Cups in a row, there's not much to get motivated by, and a lot of these teams, I feel like the more well they do the previous season, the not so good they do in the beginning of the year. Don't be surprised if Pittsburgh really starts picking it up, you know, maybe near the middle of the season, and by the end they're just rolling again. I could definitely see that happening. Islanders are below them, 9-6. Then you got the Rangers, 9-7. Rangers haven't been doing that well this year. They're doing a bit better now than they were. Definitely doing better. They were in a bit of a hole there earlier in the season. And then you got the Flyers, 8-7, followed by the Hurricanes, which I guess no real surprise there. They're 6-5 right now. So it's actually a very competitive, not only division, but the whole Eastern Conference is actually really competitive right now. It's kind of cool to see. Okay, and jumping over to the West, guys, we got the West Central. We got the St. Louis Blues, 13-4. So they're doing really well right now, and we know that the Blues are a pretty darn good team. Right, they got Tarasenko, Pietrangelo. I know he's a really good goal scorer. So they're a pretty tough team to beat. Below them, you got the Jets, 9-4. I'm really excited to see the Jets do well this year. I'm kind of hoping that they do well. They're a very exciting team to watch. They got a lot of good, high-scoring forwards, and they do got some grit on their team. They're a big team. You can't really throw them around too much. You know, you got Big Buff and a couple other guys. Nashville Predators, right below them, 9-5. Obviously, the Predators were runners-up last year, and you can see that they're starting to get things going again. I think they definitely weren't satisfied with second place last year, and I could see them wanting to really push it in and make another run for the cup again. And I can see that happening. Below them, you got the Dallas Stars, 9-7. They weren't doing too well in the beginning, but they're starting to get their forwards are starting to go now, right? You got Radulov. That was the addition from the off-season. They actually had a couple good off-season moves. They had Methot was added there from Ottawa. So I projected them. I think out of the West, I really thought that they would be the best. They would have the best chance of winning the cup. I still think they can. I still think they can do it. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. Then below them, you got the Chicago Blackhawks, which are kind of bland right now. Yeah, they're not doing super hot. They've been kind of struggling a little bit lately. Kind of a crazy game. Was it last night? 7-5 against the Devils. They lost 7-5 or something like that. Crazy, crazy game. Then below them, you got the Avalanche, which are they're doing okay. They're 8-7. I think they actually started out really, really well. But now other teams are starting to do well, so then you kind of start struggling. And then below them you got the Wild, which are 7-7. A little bit surprised with that, but I think the Minnesota's gonna get it going again. And lastly, you got the West Pacific. So you got the Kings at the top, and I really didn't see this coming. The Kings are 11-4 with 2 overtime losses. Yeah, good for them. They're starting to get the ball rolling again. The last few seasons they haven't been doing that well. I think they missed the playoffs a few times. The San Jose Sharks, 10-6. They're starting to get the ball rolling now. They didn't start off too hot. Calgary Flames right below them with 9-7. Then you got the Vancouver Canucks with 8-7 under them. Vancouver, I'm from Vancouver, so Vancouver is my team. I don't talk about them a lot, but I'm actually really excited for them this year. They got a new head coach in Travis Green. I think he's the perfect fit. He's a young enough coach where he's able to really communicate well, I think, with the younger guys. He's able to get them motivated, get them going. They haven't been doing great as of late, the last couple games, but they actually started off the season really well. And I'm just hoping that they get some good chemistry this year. You know, build some really solid lines, and then the next year or two they can just start building off that. I don't necessarily think they're going to get into the playoffs, and I'm okay with that. The Ducks, 7-7. It's kind of surprising. I think the Ducks are going to get going too. It's an Oilers, 6-9. They have not been able to get going either, which is kind of surprising to me that it's November and they still haven't got it going. You know, October is kind of like, you got to get off to the right foot, you know, and if you don't, then, you know, you got to work extra hard. And for whatever reason, the Oilers just haven't been able to get it going. Lastly, under them, you got the Coyotes, which are 2-14. And, yep, I don't think they're going to do that well this year. And that's pretty much it. That's all. I just kind of wanted to go through everybody and just kind of give you my quick little opinion on there. Even though it's probably going to be a really long freaking video. Anytime I say to keep it short, it just keeps going. I think that's it. So, Hockey Dude Guy coming to you from the bathroom. Until next time, guys. And hopefully I'll get more videos out. More hockey videos, because I love hockey and I'm so excited it's back on, if you can't tell. Yeah. Alright guys, see you later.